Well, here we are, back in Kingdoms of Amalur. Oh my god. And where did we spawn in? I know where we are. We're in Rathir. Ah yes, and this is Alan Shear's note. It's basically, this is the opening voiceover right here, all the way through. And then the second half of the note is what we heard, was the ending voiceover. But,
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. And what is this place in which I find myself? This is the Orbocant. Oh, we're up on the second level, okay. Somebody gonna get me? No, they're not. So it's great to be back here. I'm gonna run around for a bit.
Calms my spirits.
I've got some stuff to sort out. I've got some loot to sort through. And then I'm planning to, might do a few side quests. But then I'm planning to start the DLC.
Do not miss Leogryph's many marvels.
Ah yes, and I said I was going to respec. Yes, I will respec. I'll respec into a different skill tree, that's for sure. Oh, what are you doing here?
Are you new to Rathir? Are you here for the Scholia Arcana as well? My brother is. Are you a mage? I bet you're not more powerful than he is.
Okay. Teenager, perhaps?
So long.
My brother can kick your ass. Uh-huh.
The hero of the Crystal War.
Oh, that's cool. They actually recognized the game was completed.
This damn city's got too many rules and courtesies. And I just wish they all wore their ranks on their chests.
You're the hero who broke the siege. You'd be just the... What I mean to say is, it would be a great honor if you would help us with the war effort. You'd only need to deliver these notices. There's pay. You'll surely last longer than the last fellow.
What notices?
Draft notices to serve in the Alpha army. We've had little success recruiting, what with the war being over. I don't have anyone who could deliver these notices, but coming from you, I'm sure a legendary person like you could be successful.
Sure. Okay, how do I accept?
Come now, a hero like you. You're perfect for delivering them. You'll do it then? You'll take these blasted notices off my hands and deliver them?
Yes, yes. What do I do if someone resists?
What I need are boots on the ground in Chloricon. I shouldn't say this, but if anyone can't or won't accept the notice, find someone else. Or make them. Whatever you need to do.
Alright.
Take these cards, deliver them to Runir Westnon, Maywin Wyvern Gif, Afendel, and Varen Seawine. Almain? Odd. All can be found in Rathir, and I can be found in the officers' hall on the burn when you're finished. Now, be on your way.
Okay, we'll do this little thing here. It's actually been an interesting couple of days since I last recorded here. Especially for Kingdoms of Amalur. I don't just mean for myself. Where are you? There you are. Come here, sir.
You're not from the Scholia Arcana, are you? If they don't want my company, I certainly don't want theirs. If you're not one of them, well, you're welcome to join me. I'm enjoying the ale and cheer and no bloody spells or mysteries.
This is for you.
What is this? Ah, it was only a matter of time before the army found me out. Just my luck. This calls for another drink. I'll have to pack my things. Ah, Alison, how do I tell my sister? Where will she live? How will she live?
Oh, so that was his sister.
Rove, another ale. Make that two.
That was his sister who was like, my brother could kick your ass. Huh. Wonder if there was a side quest there. No, but it's been an interesting couple of days for Kingdoms of Amalur because there was, as I mentioned way earlier in my playthrough, the studio that released this game 38 Studios went bankrupt shortly after. Shortly after the game launched, they managed to get 2 DLC out, and that was about it.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Then they went bankrupt, and there have been no patches, there's been no support, nothing. So, for me, for many years, Amalur was kind of one of the sad stories of gaming, obviously. World with such huge potential. Just literally left to rot.
Welcome to the Wending, mate. I'm sorry it's come to that, but here we are, eh?
This is for you.
What's this, eh? Time to serve? Well, I always knew it might come. Not sure what they want with a poor Rathir Westerner like me, but I'll go. I'll go.
Farewell, then. So, you know, this was always kind of a... And that was actually one of the reasons I was...
Thought you were the watch.
One of the reasons I was doing this playthrough was because I'm going to be probably... I'm not sure if I'm going to upgrade to Windows 10 or not. I've been looking into Linux quite a bit. But there's definitely going to be some changes coming. Oh, I've already done that. Changes coming to my computer, to my operating system. And it runs fairly well on Windows 7, so I wanted to get a playthrough in before anything like that happened. Okay, you should be right in here. This could be a fight, though.
Here to gamble. Aaron Kest's right there. He'll deal you a hand.
This is for you.
Get back! I won't go, not there. I prefer living to dying, thank you all the same.
You might not be fighting.
Well, there's that. Hadn't thought of that. Might be nice. Cook's work or quartermasters. I'm a fine cook, you know.
Very well, then. That was nice. Glad we got to solve that. So that was one reason I was making this playthrough. But, a few days ago, it was announced that THQ Nordic has purchased the Kingdoms of Amalur intellectual property, the IP.
Well, Topsider, what's on the tide?
So suddenly, there's a possible future for this game, and I'm very, very excited by that, especially since this is, as I've said many times, this is one of my favorite RPGs.
30 then.
Talismans, items of power.
Nope. Oh, we have to go up above. Oh, is this a rich woman's son or something? I think it is. Now, nobody knows what plans THQ Nordic has for the Amalur franchise, but you don't buy a 6-year-old franchise just to sit on it. You buy it to do something with it. Oh yes, I believe it is. House Wyvern Griffin.
At your service.
Yep. We got an elf sweeping the floor. Yeah. Definitely a rich person's house here.
Did my parents send you? Are you some sort of new instructor?
Nope, you've been recruited.
What is this? Have my parents seen this? Oh, Lunala's starry smile. Yes, yes, and yes! To Chloracon. Think of it. They won't like it when they hear. But what can they do? Buy me out of it? No, not this time. Thank you, stranger. Thank you.
Okay, anxious to get away from rich, possibly controlling parents. Yeah, we don't know what plans THQ Nordic has for the franchise. We do know that the purchase of the IP included the Copernicus, the unreleased MMO sequel to
City Watch at your
Amalur, to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, which was called Project Copernicus. So there is a possibility we'll be seeing that. Maybe?
City Watch, be on your way.
Curios, talismans,
The rumors that I've heard over the years was that Project Copernicus was pretty much complete, barring major playtesting and bug fixing. Like, all the major classes and characters were there, the major environments were complete. They estimated it was going to take about 6 months more work.
So busy these days.
Though obviously... Okay, where do we have to go? Upstairs, probably. Though obviously, this you know, that was 6 years ago.
Every notice delivered? Good. Then here's your pay. Off you go then. No use standing around. We've got a war to run.
Well, except I won the war.
Excuse me, coming through.
So we don't know what they're going to do with it, but they do have... It was 6 years ago that they said, oh, the game's almost finished, we just need a few more months. Who knows what state the code is in, or if the code the code is even viable anymore. I mean, there've been a lot of advances to different things, to different systems.
Lyria, light your way.
I don't know. Nothing's guaranteed at this point. Maybe they're just going to work on a sequel for Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning and not bother with the MMO, though. I think that would be a waste of a lot of lore. I hope they can get as many people back on it as they originally had working on it.
You look like you've been in some tight spots. There's a bounty out on a damn set of deserters. What do you say?
Does it pay? Tell me about the bounty.
5 full crew of fresh recruits had the gall to get fully equipped on our gold coin before they up and ran. The turntails, arms, and armor we can do without. But I'm afraid we also gave each crew a bottle of bog staunch. That's what I need recovered.
Bog staunch?
Cure for a sickness that strikes some the moment they enter Cluricon. Devilish hard to make. We can't have fool deserters running off with any.
I have some here.
So you do, so you do. Find me all 5 bottles, and you've got your bounty. Those fools have run off down the coast, I imagine, hiding here and there.
The breeze is nice.
Yeah. I certainly hope they can get, like, writer R.A. Salvatore. I hope they can get him back. I don't think Ian Fraser will be coming back. He was one of the lead designers on this game. He's heavily involved with BioWare now. I believe he's working... We got wolves? Oh, no. Oh, 2 of them! Ooh, wolves! Okay, this should be interesting. And I'm bleeding! Oh, but that's right. Oh, I dodged. Nice. Because remember the level lock. That's right, I locked this area to a much lower level. Yeah, Ian Fraser was one of the lead designers. He's at BioWare now, and I think he's one of the main people on Anthem. I'm not sure about that. He could be the guy who's working at EA Motive on something entirely different. But it's going to be a long and arduous process if something else does come of this. And it's not something that's going to happen too quickly. I expect it'll be a year or 2 before we hear anything from Kingdoms of Amalur. Hello. Okay, there was something over here. What? Oh, it was all the way back there. Okay. Well, we'll have to head back down. Could be a year or 2 before we hear anything from Kingdoms of Amalur. Stuck on a rock. And I'm not much of a one for MMOs, generally speaking. I like them, the ones I played. You know, I played a bit of Warframe, and
This one
a bit of Guild Wars 2.
You're prepared.
Ah! Warframe and Guild Wars 2. I really enjoyed Guild Wars 2. I love the design of that world, and I love the soundtrack. They got Jeremy Soule to write the music for that. Just a really great experience there, and they had a lot of different levels and ways to play. So it is down below. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, getting annoyed. Oh, they're taking my mana away, so I can't use my special abilities. Fuck you. Jeez. So what lies ahead for Kingdoms of Amalur, nobody knows, but I'm definitely very pleased that somebody saw the value in something that, frankly, I always saw the value in. You know, that's always the kind of the depressing part of it. You know, when you have something that, you know, you're like, this is awesome, and I want more of this, and I don't know, when no company picks up the rights to your favorite game that's hanging in limbo, you know, the first thing that I feel is like, well, how do people not see? How can nobody make the case go away? How is nobody making the case somewhere for how awesome the game is, at least on a corporate level? Nope. Nope. And she gave up. Self over there. So how do I get down? And then when, so then it's just like sitting there, dead to all intents and purposes. Okay, there better not be any mages here. Oh, there are. I put my shield up. Come on. 3 mages. Okay, come on, let me go! 4 mages! This is so annoying, and shooting that purple stuff takes away my mana. Fuck off. So I can't use my harpoon. What would I like to see made of this? I think that the MMO is a great idea. I hope they continue with that. I think there are a lot of improvements that can be made. I certainly hope we get at least a patch for Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. You know, like I said earlier, there's in another video, there's an issue with 1440. Go away, sprites. There's an issue at 1440p with the quest menu not displaying properly. I can see it, but if I set the resolution to 1440p, I guarantee you wouldn't be able to. You know, there's a variety of stability issues. I'm playing this with a keyboard and mouse, as you probably guessed, but if you play it with a controller, there's only partial controller support. It doesn't always work, and sometimes there's a frame rate drop you get if you plug the controller in. For some reason, it doesn't detect it properly. it might still work, but you'll be getting like 30 frames per second instead of 60, which just, you know, sucks, especially on a game that is this easy on hardware these days. And then you also have issues with stuff in inventory, like there's some things that get forever stuck in your inventory. I haven't had that many issues with that, but it's very, very real. Hello. I will now attack you. What else? I know there's stability issues on Windows 10. That seems to be hit or miss. That seems hard, and that's hard to track. Not everybody has issues on Windows 10, but there are a fair number of people that do. There doesn't seem to be any fix for it that we know of. Maybe they get a peek inside the code, they can take a look and maybe fix that a little bit. And remastered, well, I honestly don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know the root, the base engine for this game. I know it's the Big Huge engine, which was developed by Big Huge Games, which was the original company that was developing this.
What's this? All the bog stodge? I knew I could trust you. I'll take that, and here's your gold then.
Your voice is awfully quiet, dude. Where shall we go? Yeah, I'm just running around doing random shit. There's so much that I left undone. I know I left a bunch of stuff undone in the Cradle of Summer. And Lorca Rain, we barely got anything in there. Let's head to Aiden. Okay, I think I... Oh yes, he is the Freeman armbands.
Huh? Rathir can be annoying, but don't mind him. He's been harmless since he came back from the war. It's Rond Farm you should avoid. Poor Alrat and her husband went mad and torched the place. I'd investigate, but I won't risk catching the madness.
I've come about the bounty.
Oh, really? Someone finally answers to my posting? Well, do you have anything to turn in? Now that's what I like to see. Finally, those bandits will know what it's like to be preyed upon. Here's your gold. You earned it. Keep the peace.
Oh yeah. 8 armbands. Right direction. What was I talking about? Ah yes. Issues the game has. And we could use, you know, I don't know what the engine is, that's right. I don't know what the engine is that this is based on. Originally, Amalur was developed by, Ken Ralston. He was one of the guys behind Elder Scrolls. He was hired by a company called Big Huge Games. 06, 07? To start work on an unnamed RPG, which wound up becoming Kingdoms of Amalur. And there were various moves. Big Huge Games wound up being acquired by THQ. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm over-leveled for these areas now. Big Huge Games wound up being acquired by THQ, who then put it up for sale a while later. And that's when 38 Studios bought it and reworked the game to use the lore that the lore of Project Copernicus that they were working on. Runwath. Huh. I don't know any... Oh, effing joke. But I don't know what the Big Huge engine was based on. I would guess, just from the way it runs, it might have its roots in Unreal 3, but I really don't know there. I'm just bullshitting. Oh, I see a marker on the map. Where are we headed? Okay, that marker must be very... Oh no, here it is. Speak to Kester Barclay. Oh, this was for the Travelers, wasn't it? Was it? Is that for the Travelers? We should do the Traveler side quests. Yes. Let's do the Traveler's quest line. You can do them all in this game. It doesn't matter. You're not exclusive to one particular clan or another. So I don't know how complicated the code, I don't know how standard or non-standard the code is. I don't know if it is based on Unreal 3, then there should be, capacity for additional shadows and such that we haven't seen tapped into here. And the textures can definitely go a bit larger. I just hope they don't port it to some new engine. A lot of people, they did that with the Batman Arkham games when they re-released them on Xbox. I think was it 1X or 1? The Return to Arkham series. They reported them to Unreal 4, and it just doesn't look as good to me. Batman's chin and mouth especially look just weird. The extra light shafts and stuff are nice, but